I'm back here with Capricore, with Aidan and Ollie.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, no.
And Josh.
And Josh.
Yeah, this is actually Josh.
Josh? Where's the mystery man for Josh?
Where's Josh at?
For people who don't know, like last time I released the podcast last year with Capricore, and when James was here, and I called him Josh, and just before I called him Josh as well, even though he's not here. So,
He's just Josh now.
Just Josh to me.
Josh.
It's just JJ.
JJ.
James Josh.
James Josh.
Apologies, James. But yeah, guys, checked you guys. It was a good show last night. It was a good time.
Thank you for coming along.
Oh, thanks for having me. That was fun. Honestly, you guys in the back had like that I don't know what you call like a death garden or whatever. Like
the mannequin.
The mannequin.
With the
Smle.
Bro,
I freaked out. I literally turned around. I was like, "Fuck!" Because you had like this, like
Smile,
the skin cover.
yes.
And I know that's
Yes.
deliberate, but I got scared.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it
got
would
a fright.
scare some people.
No, it scared me.
That was
that's why I took a
Josh's
photo
idea.
of
No,
it.
that was James's idea. He's always doing like if there's like a really wacky prop in the venue, it'll be because of him. Like,
I love the wacky props.
But it's great.
They add so
Yeah.
much.
No, it added a lot, and all the balloons and stuff.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that because I again don't see really any bands do that sort of
Yeah.
thing. You know, sometimes people get quirky, like the Boondocks. They brought out the Sasquatch. And
Sasquatch,
that's
yeah.
really fun. But no one has like the balloons, and then it had like that mannequin that scared me. But I'm very easily frightened. I go to Spookers, man. I'm a pussy.
I still need to go to Spookers. But
Have you
I'm
not been?
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't
scared
been
that
either.
I won't be scared enough. Like, I'm scared that it won't affect me.
Are you a fan of horror films? And
Yeah, I
that?
just never... Like, I'm not a fan because they don't scare me. And if a horror film doesn't
it's
scare
tough.
you,
You're
it kind
tough,
of has... It kind of has nothing to give you. Does that make sense? Like, it
Damn.
needs to have more depth to it.
Needs-
I love watching
Right.
horrors
Oh,
that
so you
don't
need like a
scare
jump
me.
scare, but it needs to have like some legitimate, like it needs like some backstory with that
Just to
jump
traumatize
scare.
you.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times where they like, make horror films or something like that, I feel like thrillers are better. But like in a horror situation, it's like if you're not scared by it, it doesn't really have other like depth.
What
to
if it's
it.
just like an eerie feeling? Like it's not like immediately, oh, terrifying, but it's just the idea.
There's just not much like
that-
story behind it either. It's just kind of like this is spooky.
Yeah.
And if you're not spooked, then it's just kind of like this is.
So do you like psychological
Nothing.
horror?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
do.
there we go.
Because it depends. Like, if you watch like a slash and like serial killers, that's not that scary, really.
Yeah.
But when for me is when they get like psychological and like religious. That's when things for me get scary. So like you got like Christian themes or
Yeah.
like gods involved and like spirits
Interesting.
and ghosts. That's when it gets for me. I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah,
enough.
ghosts.
Or like
creep me out
Exorcist.
sometimes.
Oh, like Exorcist to me, it's not like super scary. But I remember when I was young. Did you guys ever heard the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
I recognize the title, but I haven't
That's like
actually
kind of
watched
based
it.
on a true story as well. Basically, like
Oh.
this lady who got possessed by like the devil, and they had to like exorcise her and that. But the way that they filmed it, that was really scary. When I watched it when I was like 12, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Mom.
Been watching a bit of horror movies. I think it's Halloween was a little while ago.
Oh, the first one, the
Oh,
original.
sorry, the holiday. Like,
The Holiday,
Yes,
sorry,
I
the
do
movie.
love Halloween. That's one of my favorites.
It's a great movie, great
It is
soundtrack.
good.
Too.
I like stuff that's just slightly eerie, but not overly scary. But I'm like, oh, I like the way they did that shot. Like
Yeah, right.
I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the first time, and I thought I wouldn't really like it, just based on I don't know, not what I'd heard. I didn't really know much about it, but just if it's just like violence without any meaning behind it,
Right.
Yeah.
But I watched it and I was like, it made me want to film because the camera angles and how raw and realistic it was. And because it was one of the first ones, it was also very like psychologically impactful. So I thought it was like really cool.
Is this the original one that
The
came out in
original
the
one
70s?
in the 70s, yeah.
Do you notice with 70s movies, especially like movies probably, I want to say pre-2000, because there's just so much empty space. And that's one thing I feel like with a lot of film now, they try and fill it up, all the
Yes.
space with like background music or sounds, Foley, and then whatever. But when you watch older films, there's just so much like dead
That's
space.
what I mean. And it's like,
And I
especially
feel like
low
that's
budget,
missing. Yeah, that's
it's
missing, you know?
realistic in a way. Even though it's like kind of, a lot of them are considered cheesy, but there is, a lot of that space and they just had to work with what they had, which kind of made it more grounded in a way.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say,
it's more
it's less
believable.
polished, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoy that with some of those, like, have you guys seen the original Halloween?
Yeah.
Like the OG one?
Yes,
yeah, because
yeah.
that one's got a lot of, recommend. I mean, it's not scary.
Yeah.
But it's, for the time, if you think about it, it's just really creepy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they do a really good job of, like, the space and then creating Mike Myers. and they don't reveal too much about him, which also makes it like
that
when he arrives
mystery.
in the scene, it's like a bit more scary.
Yeah.
And like not many people die either, and that's
Yeah.
what's also
It's
I think
not
adds to it. It's
overkill,
not
you know?
overkill. Like 100 people get killed. It's like just like all right,
I
another
hate when
dead
things
body.
go outside of their like scope. Like as soon as it's like, and the world is ending. It's like I don't care, dude.
Yeah.
It's like it's too much now. You've
Yeah.
overdone it.
That's
Yeah.
not like I can't think about that. It's kind of like when you're seeing like a torture scene or something, and it's like it's supposed to be like really terrifying. They're like sawing their body in half, and it's just like okay, but I have no idea how that would feel.
Yeah, it's also just kind of gross.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm just like not scared. I'm just like
There's nothing like emotionally impactful
Yeah.
and like relative to the storyline.
But, like
And it's
seeing
not gonna
needles
be-
near eyeballs.
Oh yeah, needles. When needles get involved,
When
yeah, I
eyeballs
agree.
get involved.
Yeah, I'm like,
Don't
It's
do
like,
things
it's
to
like when you
people's
guys
eyes,
go
man.
for like a blood. If you like give blood, do you guys
Yeah.
watch?
Yeah, I
it?
can't watch
I have, my
anymore.
head has to be over
Yeah.
here, and I'm just like, don't look, don't look, don't look.
I mean, I do paramedicine, so I
Oh
kind
really?
of have to.
Oh right, yeah, you have to look.
Yeah.
Oh right, paramedicine. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You must have seen some stuff.
Not yet. I mean, I've seen a guy get hit in the head with a machete and bleed out everywhere.
That's some shit.
That is some stuff.
That's some
it
stuff?
wasn't that like intense of a situation.
Just was like an like how
brush
does
it off.
Yeah, was that like an accident or
Oh no, it was like a
someone did it? To,
Yeah, it
oh,
was
right.
very deliberate. Yeah.
I see. That was like a court case and everything.
There was a lot of police around. I don't really know. I was just there to help the guy out.
Paramedicine. So you go to a lot of like wow, that's really interesting. So you're out in the ambulance a
Yeah.
lot, and so doing a lot of shift work as well.
Yeah, it's 12 hours,
Hey.
days and nights.
Respect. That's a hard job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might because a lot of people with a lot of it's accidents on the road, right?
The majority, maybe like 80% of it, is just going to people's houses, like really old people. They like fall down.
Yes.
Or like
Yes.
they get really sick and they can't like breathe properly, so you need to like help them out. Or their back pain is so bad that they need to like transport. You know, it's like actually a lot of like community work, really. And then you have like the odd job where it's like a motor vehicle accident or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. But I just in Auckland, like, there's so many bad drivers. So I'm just assuming. I swear I see like a motorway accident once a week. But,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, at least you're not there every time.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, there's a limit of how many you can see, because those would be like
Really?
classified as. Yeah, because you can only see like 2 like intense jobs per shift, because
Yeah.
otherwise that would be insane. Like if you just kept getting more.
You
and
just
more and
lose
more
your
intense.
marbles, at the end
Yeah.
of it.
So it's like divided between people.
Wow. Yeah, that's. I always want like when I was younger, I was a lifeguard. I think the most intense thing I saw was like, what was it? It's like something was. It was like a stick got like stuck in someone's like a sharp stick, well, a piece of wood or something. I think got stuck in someone's leg.
Wow.
But that was about it.
Yeah.
The scariest ones though, and I'm sure you might have seen, is like spinal injuries. That's really scary because you can't touch them too much,
Yeah.
and you have to put them on the spinal board.
Yeah.
That's freaky, especially when we had this is a long time ago now, but this little girl, she got dumped by a wave and like came down on her neck.
Yeah.
But then it's like shit. Okay, you gotta like.
Gotta get them out,
Yeah,
but
you
not
gotta
like
get them
move
out.
them too much.
Yeah.
It's a
And
complicated
then you got the
situation.
parents screaming, you got the crowd coming in, and
yeah.
that's because crowd control. You know, that's the other
It's a
big part of
huge
like your
thing.
role, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Wow. All right. Oh well, there we go. You guys will be alright on tour.
So yeah, we'll just
Ollie
pull
here.
up Ollie. Yeah, and
Yeah.
if something happens in
Obviously.
the audience as
Yeah,
well, you
something
can
in the
like you can
audience.
leap into
Jump
the
in.
crowd.
Yeah.
It's funny because I feel like if I didn't have the equipment that we had, I don't really know what to do. Yeah, because
Right.
we're like so trained specifically based on the stuff that we have.
Sure.
Then in a situation where I didn't have things, I'd be like, oh no! Like, what do I do in this situation? Like, I don't have my, like, bandages and gauze and, like, all of
or
this
like the
things.
defib unit or
Yes,
something gives you the
exactly.
instructions.
Yeah.
God, man, I forgot about all that stuff. Yeah, it's been a long time. But yeah.
Drumsticks and
Yeah.
duct tape.
Yeah. I mean, I probably could jerry-rig something.
Hook them up to a tuner.
So their screams are an E flat. Oh.
Yeah, it's out of key. Like,
Yeah.
this is why you didn't sing.
Oh, yeah. Not a worthy case, honestly.
So I'll talk about it. We'll get back to the music. With the Smle release show last night, and the new song and the video. That was done in Auckland, but that was whose house was it? Did you guys?
Jarek's
house.
place, yeah.
Who's
And partially
So-
James's.
Oh yeah, well we kind of split it because some of it was also where James is, so it was split, and then Edie technically walked all across Auckland
Like,
in a way. That was
all across
our
Auckland.
main character. Because they were like, I think some of it was Tiadatu, and then some. I need to get closer to the mic. The mic.
That's good.
Some of it was in Tiadatu, I think. Some of it North Shore, then up in Puhoi. So it's like all
Lots of
over the
locations,
show.
yeah.
I assumed it was also the CBD, was it not?
Oh yeah, CBD. Yeah. Some of it definitely was in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of the atmosphere was supposed to be like.
There's a joke that the whole music video is just Edie like walking throughout all of Auckland. Yeah. They say she's still walking now.
She's still walking out there. Because it's in the house as well. So it was like a house party scene. I thought that was fun. That looked fun.
It's funny because when you
it looks fun, but when you go like throw the balloons, I'm like, I wonder how many tries that took him to
One.
do.
That was just all natural. Like it just kind of happened, and they used
that like
the
never
slow mo
happens so well.
camera.
Because normally you'd be like, all right, guys, 3, 2. Okay, no, this timing's
It was actually kind of the most authentic party in a way because the second the balloons came out, everyone was just having fun, and like we didn't give anyone alcohol or anything, but it was like everyone became like little kids once the balloons were out, and everyone was just like yapping and like throwing balloons everywhere. So then when we were like doing the kind of mock performance, I guess. To match in the music video, like everyone was just so into it and having so much fun, and that's kind of I feel like we did actually capture that, like just an authentic fun energy without being like I think at first we were like, okay, move around.
At first it was so awkward,
but then once everyone was into it, they just kind of did their thing, and we just captured it. So that was.
It's really
awesome.
hard, but especially people who haven't been on camera before or the video, and you're like, and action. Everyone's like, what?
Yeah,
it's
not
not
just
like
freezes.
Yeah, it's also awkward because it's like everyone party, and then like it takes like a while for people to get like warmed up into it, and they're like, okay, now stop, and it's like, now do it again, and they're like, oh, we'll have to get like, you have to like build back into it, and it just like was really difficult at the beginning because everyone was just kind of like, okay, go into this room, okay, arrange these things, we're just like talking, and now pretend like you're having the best time of your life, and it's just like, oh yay! Like,
I was pretty happy with how quickly they did get into it.
Yeah.
And like one of our friends even started like a mini mosh in the corner.
That solved everything.
That was like once that happened and the balloons are everywhere.
Yeah.
And what was cool is last night at the actual show, everyone started doing that with the balloons. They started throwing them out. Like, that wasn't actually planned. We just had the balloons around in the venue, and they actually ended up being so scattered out that I didn't think it was going to work at all. With people
but it looked like there was a lot of balloons. Like
it looked like everyone got all the balloons into the center last night and was recreating the music video to the song while we had it projected on the wall. So it was just like it was really trippy watching it from the stage while performing.
Like actually performing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to have that extra part of just adding like the balloons and the prop. It really does. Those little things make such a big difference for people to want to get involved more. With the show rather than just standing there and just being.
I think Aidan's energy also really helps with that.
Yeah. I mean, I said last time Aidan was on, was the big thing that stood out for you guys was like Aidan's energy and like the theatrical parts of the band, and you guys have really doubled down on that since I last saw you, which I think is great because again, like no one's really in Auckland and New Zealand. I don't really see many bands doing that.
We try and make it really interactive at the same time. I think that's also the difference. I think if we were just like theatrically performing at people, it wouldn't work as well. Like some people would be into it, but we always like they are really included. Yeah. Like with the Jaffa release show, everyone had a Jaffa sign, so it was like everyone waving signs around. There's been times where we've like played "Don't Shank Me" and I haven't even asked the audience to do this, but they'll like, pretend stabbing me while I'm singing, and you got a whole crowd of people just doing that. Yeah. And it's really cool because they're coming up with their own things. Yeah. So it's like the audience is now creatively finding ways to respond to what we're doing, and because we do use the props and the different visuals, it kind of helps them really get into it. But it's always like call and response. Like it's never one-sided, and that's what's really cool to see.
I feel like Siren as well. It's good. Like we have like a new tradition of being like, whoa, at the end of it. Yeah. I always have to end up like lying down on the floor, shaking my head, and everyone just going ooh all around me. And it's but it ends up being like almost a spiritual experience when we play that song. I mean, it must be for you because you're like fully in that.
I am just. That's the song that
even just watching it is so. Beautiful, really.
Yeah, because Ollie was like a fan first. Yeah. And that was the song.
Saying before that, following a band for a while.
Yeah.
So that also must be crazy, like having watched it and then being a part of it as well.
Yeah. It's really surreal.
Yeah.
Even like while performing, like last night, while playing Siren, I genuinely got so immersed in the moment that I forgot that I was on stage and supposed to be playing the bass. I was like, oh right, I'm
in a band.
I'm actually performing this. I'm not
There's
just
people watching.
I'm,
Oh,
not
yeah,
just,
that's
I'm
right.
not just watching this happen right now. I'm actually a part of this.
You guys do a good job of like it doesn't seem like the show is rushed at all. Because I remember when I like played music and that sometimes there's this song and then like do the song and the next song and sometimes for me like to take in, especially like if you like it's your release show, right? You kind of want to take it in, have people interacting, like be a part of it as much as you can.
Yeah.
When I was in a band, I just remember I found that quite hard. Like to try and like take time a bit to spend time with the audience, spend time with like each other on stage. I felt like you guys like really get along as a unit. Like you guys are pretty tight, which is cool. Or maybe just lying. No. We hate each other. No.
Nah, we are tight.
We're like a family.
We're like
Family.
a
Just
It's the
family.
Capra fam.
Capricore fam.
Capra fam, yeah.
And you guys are now also with AAA Records.
Yeah.
Yes.
When did that happen? And this episode is sponsored by me. Do you struggle with sleeping, and particularly struggle with light and sound while sleeping? I think it's time you get the sleep that you deserve. My business, Infinity Sleep, specializes in sleep well-being products to enhance your sleep quality. I've been using sleep masks and earplugs for the past 3 years to help improve my sleep, and I'm so stoked to finally have ones that have been created for my own sleeping needs. If you would like to learn more about my business, Infinity Sleep, please visit our website, www.infinitysleep.co.nz. By making a purchase, you are directly not only supporting a local Kiwi business, but also this podcast. Use the promo code ONLYSCOTT15% and receive 15% off your first order. Go to www.infinitysleep.co.nz to get the sleep that you deserve.
It was technically early this year, but it started when we just recorded Don't Shank Me, and then we just had such a... Well, I guess the team also had such a good experience working with us that it just kind of suddenly happened. And then I was like, oh, okay. But it's been awesome, working with the team. And they've been a huge part, especially in the music videos, getting all that together. And recording at the Chapel studio is really cool. So that's with Don't Shank Me and Smle were recorded there. And it's got the tracks have a very warm feeling to them now. And it's cool. We're getting this sound where it's like... It's a little bit of 80s going on, almost.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that.
Yeah, a little bit of 80s vibes, but it's also sounding like modern indie music at the same time.
Because one thing I've noticed, like with this, I think the last time I saw, like, it's like over a year ago, probably at cassette, and I remember it was a bit punkier.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, it feels like kind of new wavy, like almost like 80s, but then it's still got a bit of that grit in it.
Oh, yeah, gotta always keep a little bit of
grit, you know, but less grit.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, like, you guys, especially when I look at the band, I'm like, kind of looks like a modern day version of oh my word, I can't believe that band is completely The Cure. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
So,
especially Smle very much is like the Cure energy,
Yeah.
and people even found it with Don't Shank Me, and I think I wanted to embrace it more with Smle. They are definitely an influence. I don't intentionally try and write like that. I don't think I write songs like The Cure, but I think it kind of as a band, it kind of sometimes goes that way.
having a keyboard
keys,
player, it's the
yeah.
keys and the dreamy like
And
pads.
James has slowly got more and more atmospheric. I swear, like he's just gonna like float off into the distance at one point. You know?
I'm just like, man, have like the
He's
dream
so
pads.
just about the vibes.
Yeah.
He sends me all these voice messages. I'll be like at work or something.
Yeah.
And I'll just get all these like minute-long voice messages where it'll just be him holding out like 2 chords on a synth. I'll be like, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
But like it's awesome because it is so like soundscapey now.
I love it.
Have.
Yeah, no, I really like it. But yeah, I think you can maybe get too lost in it. Eh? Suddenly it's just like, we'll
just make an ambient album.
It could be just James like orchestra, you know, just loop all of it. Everyone, are you guys gonna get a drink or something?
Yeah.
Actually, that would be kind of smart. It's like a
Well, like if there's maybe a year where we just want to make a chill album, we just make ambient music.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be cool.
That
But
also really works.
it's funny with you saying that we used to be like punkier, I think, when you first saw us, because we kind of had to for a bit, because a lot of the first gigs that we were getting, it was like at Ding Dong
gigs.
Ding Dong
Yeah,
Lounge,
like
but they
rock
kept
gigs.
putting us up against like metal bands. So like we were sharing the night with like fully like heavy metal bands or like really, really punky bands.
And they play Dreamer and it's just like...
And then it's like, so we used to like take songs like Don't Shank Me, used to just be so punky. It was just like, don't shank me, you know? And I felt that for some of the songs it actually took away from like, you know, what we could reach, because I think when we're melodic, it's also like really beautiful. So it is cool to, but I think we learnt a lot from playing with punk bands and metal bands, because it was like, okay, here's some great energy and some grit that we can like keep for later on. But then let's also incorporate like the atmosphere and the soundscapes and the dreaminess.
Yeah, because like I think the first time I saw Don't Shank Me, it was more intense.
Yeah.
But then with the version I saw last night, I'm like, you guys have found your spot with it, which I thought was cool. Like,
it's become a lot more theatrical.
Yeah,
now
it has.
as
And
well, with the,
and
hey man.
yeah, and like a little bit. It's not. It doesn't lose the grit, but it's smoother. I don't know how else to put it. It's smoother rather than just like it's not. This isn't a punk song anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, don't shake me. But then it's like not like you know. But then you do some screams as well. You guys can do a lot of stuff, man. It's impressive. You guys have a lot of things you can do. So that's exciting.
It's like endless
I get excited by
possibilities.
bands that showcase a lot of things.
Like I literally can't tell people what our future will look like exactly.
I know. That's why I just call you guys a rock band. Because rock is a lot of things.
Yeah, there's so many different
We
types of
hate
rock.
it when
so
people
just-
ask us,
What
what do you
genre?
sound like? Or what's your genre? And it's always funny because we always give a different answer every single time.
Yeah.
And like the three of us will have completely different answers. And we'll be like, And I love it because everyone else we meet has a completely different thing. Like they'll be like, oh, you sound like this or that. And it'll be like, just, I don't know, such wild differences of the things
Yeah.
that are said.
True. Yeah, I mean, if I was at a band like you guys, just go, we're just like a rock band, and then insert like The Cure and two extra bands, and be like, that's what
Yeah.
we're like. And people be like, okay. Because The Cure is a rock band.
Yeah.
But like people depends like is what defines a rock band to you, right? It's like is it AC/DC? Is that the rock band, or is it like
Yeah, because there's also
a lot of people think rock bands is different. It's like Nirvana. It's like is that rock? Is that grunge? Is all the same thing? And
Yeah, we're just a
Alternative.
band.
Get to
Just-
like
I normally
band.
use alternative for us. 'cause
Alternative?
That's kind
alternative rock band.
of alternative rock band. But yeah, we're just a band.
Just a band.
We're a band.
And we play music.
Yeah.
Organized
music.
sound. You play music.
Yeah.
Do we play music though? We
I feel
play
like it's
art.
more-
damn.
I genuinely feel that.
Play art.
Like when I watched you guys like for the like first time or like properly, I was just like, this doesn't even feel like I'm watching like, you know, like a gig. It feels like I'm watching like a piece of art. Like it feels like a play kind of.
That's what I thought. That's the thing. It's the first thing I told you. Is I feel like I'm
Yeah.
watching a theater performance.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
kind
feel
of-
like I'm watching a band.
And that's
Yes.
kind of more what we're going for. Especially like it's really also about like the songs just kind of speaking for themselves. And it's funny because like people say that, and I guess we are like a tight band, you know, and like we're playing well. But it's always funny because I never see myself as a musician.
Right.
I'm always just like, I'm just giving a performance. I'm some guy that's just like, you know, written lyrics and stolen a guitar and can play some chords. You know, that's kind of
But
how
that's it though. I love
That
that.
is-
That's
yeah.
like magic. That's like magic in a bottle. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like a conduit for your brain. It's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
No, that's really sweet. But yeah, like again, like the different musical styles, like Jaffa to like Dreamer and then Smle, like yeah, like all that
quite a
different. Are
journey.
these like different personalities?
Somewhat. Yeah. Different observations, different personalities.
Different times, I feel.
Different times as well. Cause I've
Moments
been-
of life, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
writing
times
these
of life.
songs at very different times. Yeah, because I'd say they're all most of them are me, unless I'm singing about like a character that's outside of myself. Like with Yeah Nah Yeah, some of the lines are more outside of myself. It's like a caricature of New Zealanders.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Most of the songs will be like some kind of an aspect of myself, or at least something I've like witnessed, you know, or observed.
Yeah, because I that's kind of what I think of like songs as times is like they're like different personalities of oneself, or like I think for you guys especially, because like there's so many different messages. Some of it's and it's very local. Some of it, like I really like that as well. Like it's very endearing as like a Kiwi, like the Yeah Nah, you know, Jaffa. I enjoy that, but I think also like again like showcases New Zealand to other people, and it's like what is it actually like, you
Yeah.
know, like rather than yeah. But I think yeah,
I
it
always
has a
try
lot of
and
potential
be-
to even showcase to overseas audiences,
Yeah.
because the sound carries.
It definitely, yeah, because I feel like we have a lot of sounds that are inspired from like places from all over the world. But yeah, like with New Zealand, I want it to be. It's always very authentic. This was kind of funny because like theatrical and authentic you wouldn't always put the two together. Like if it's like very performative, but it's always very raw and authentic. But then we match that with like the theatricality.
Yeah.
And that's what I normally say. Like when people are like, "What do you sound like?" I'm like, we are theatricality and authenticity. Capricore.
Like, what are we gonna go to?
Yeah. Or the unhinged band of Auckland. There's been a few people that have said that, or just
the
like
unhinged band.
Yeah, or like, you guys are like the crazy band of Auckland.
I feel like it's your hair that's doing most of the.
Yeah, it's actually just my hair.
I think your hair just carries the craziness. You guys are very nice people. It's not like, it's crazy. Like they're out there, like
nice
actually
crazy.
stabbing people on the street. Like, don't shank me is actually about me.
No, it's just my hair doing that.
Yeah, stabbing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually just like razor blades in there. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Because I think you did tell me, what was the inspiration for that song?
Genuinely almost got shanked.
Almost got stabbed.
Yeah, I mean, it was like stuff happening around me at surprisingly Hibiscus Coast bus station, which is like a place you wouldn't expect it to be so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was
That's right.
It was happening to like a lot of teenagers in the area, and it was like older teenagers ganging up on younger teenagers. But the reason why it was so crazy to me is then I talked to some of the younger teenagers because I saw these kids and they looked super freaked out on the bus. I'm like, "You guys all right?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just those guys chasing us again." And I'm like, "Oh man, like that sounds really bad." And they're like, "Oh, it's okay. We bring knives now too." So there's like the 12-year-olds all have their own knives, and I was like, that's wild that this is just happening at the bus station. And what's funny is to try and solve this. One of the things that they've done is they play classical music now at that bus station.
Try and calm people down.
I wonder if that works. Like, surely there have been studies done to see if it actually reduces crime rates and stuff like that.
The only place, never a bus station, but I know in some bathrooms they'll play classical music, and that I don't know if that helps with, going to the bathroom, but
it helps you do your business.
Yeah, I don't know if it helps.
The release.
But I do wonder if I guess it will come maybe at a bus stop though. But yeah, things are a bit tough in Auckland right now. New Zealand's not in a great spot, so there's a lot of more crazy people come out of the woodworks, which is a bit sad.
It is sort of, it is sad. Like with our songs, like it's not even just like, oh my gosh, these people doing these things. Particularly like with Jaffa, it's like, no, this is what's happening, and it's happening all around us, and it's not even like in a judgmental way. You know, it's not like it's like we're just living and breathing it. This is just us here.
It's like this is where we're from.
Yeah.
No, I get that. It doesn't come across like that. When I watch it, I'm
good.
like, oh no, these guys are from Auckland.
Yeah.
They are like, it's like, you're part of it.
Yeah.
So it's no, you guys do well with it, and I think so. What's the future plans? What we got? Got more releases next year?
I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to give away, but we are recording more.
AAA Records.
Cut all of it.
Yeah.
But we're working on a lot more stuff. We are recording more musics and big things coming. I expect more releases next year for sure. Yeah.
Do you have any aspirational goals?
I'm gonna play more out of Auckland. Like we had this gig in New Plymouth, and it was the most magical experience ever. Like
most bizarre crowd ever, but in the best way. Like just so deeply passionate about music and just like the scene and stuff. It was really cool.
SFS don't get too many bands, I guess. So when a band comes,
oh my goodness,
that's great.
Some real characters as well.
I bet.
But it matched our energy.
Yeah, it was so
it was really cool.
Actually, no, because now I'm going to give an updated. Well, I want an updated answer to my question I said last time, like the strangest gig experience. Because last time you told me about a gig you played. Was it at a wedding?
Oh, this is the punch-up wedding.
Yeah, the punch-up wedding.
Have I even told you about this?
I don't know the punch-up
that was on the last time podcast.
Yeah,
but
check out the older episode.
Find out
Go back and watch it.
But what about a new experience?
I feel like it's too. The one I'm thinking.
Okay. What about for Ollie? What about for you?
The weirdest, I mean, I don't know.
Is it someone we know?
Is it too spicy?
It's too spicy.
Can you hide it? Can you word your way around it?
You don't need to say the person's name, but if you say the person's name, does that give a?
I think the story is too crazy. Though.
Nah, do it.
Nah.
We can review it later.
Well, I was just thinking about the guy at New Plymouth talking to Jarek and James because that is.
Oh yeah,
really
no, this is
bizarre.
great. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You can tell the story.
Yeah.
Tell the story.
Because I forgot exactly.
You forgot it.
Well, I forgot the specifics.
It was just such a wild. I mean, I wasn't really part of the conversation, so I can't really. It's not really my experience, but it was an experience that I heard of in relation to the band. But this guy was just outside the venue, Asgard. Really good venue. Check it out. No. Everyone go to New Plymouth. Go to Asgard.
Go New Plymouth.
It is. It's a goated venue. It is amazing.
It's like bought by the bands themselves. Like they own it because all of their other places like shut down because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah,
So they just had nowhere to play music, and it was just like,
yeah, that COVID hangover is brutal.
yeah, it's just like you kind of forget about it, but it's still affecting like everything.
Yeah. Anyway, continue your story.
Yeah. Anyway, so they're like shutting this guy outside. And I think they're just like smoking weed or something, just chilling.
Yeah.
And he just like starts talking about like imagining the band having an orgy and being like what roles the different people in the band would play and like going into depth about it and like talking about like James wouldn't tell us what the dynamics was.
Details of each member's
but he said that
position.
the only detail he gave us. So James, if you're tell us, please. What are our roles in this orgy? But James was like, the guy was like, and James, you would be just like standing in the corner watching. And I'm like, yeah, honestly, yeah. He's just the keyboard player.
James, you're the guy who's watching. You're the guy who's watching.
The cuck.
But yeah.
James is the cuck.
The cuck.
Yeah.
Josh Cuck.
That is out. That's pretty out.
That must have been crazy for James. But that is actually so weird.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he just started like repeating himself apparently like over and over again, being like, "Wait, who are you guys? Like, what's happening?" And like, "Oh, the shrooms hit," and it's just like, "Oh my god,
This is okay." Wow, magical orgy.
yeah."
That's actually, it got me thinking about something, not an orgy, but it got me thinking about as a band, because you guys, with the songs you write, some of them are quite personal.
Yeah.
You kind of talk about things people can connect with. Because people feel like they can, not on the orgy part.
No, we're thinking of a specific song.
Right.
Some of my sexy tunes.
Oh, yeah. Has Capricore been in the background of an orgy? Do you know? Maybe not. Who would have thought your music could be used for that?
Yeah.
That's actually a good point. Like that could be.
Yeah, I think maybe. Like
Yeah.
some of the songs. Maybe nothing that's been recorded yet.
Not recorded
I don't know,
yet.
Smile could make, but Smile's kind of wholesome.
Yeah.
You know? But we've got ones that, yeah.
Mars and Venus is
Mars and
definitely
Venus, let's be real. That's the
top
one.
Yeah.
It was.
That's great. What I was actually going to ask, though, do you find a lot of people come up to you guys saying, not just that your song's connected, but they want to tell you their life story?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting thing that happens with being a musician, right? Because people feel very connected to the music, and they feel, and as a byproduct, feel connected to you. So then immediately they're like, "Oh my god, love the band! I had this thing happen," and then suddenly you're locked in, and it's like almost like a therapy session for that person,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
Very
is kind
parasocial.
of wild, right? But did you guys have many of it? I imagine you guys had
There
a fair few of those experiences.
Yeah, for Jaffa, a lot of people are just like, man, that is just so realistic, and that's my life. Particularly, I found it often it'll be like the most macho looking buff dude, and he'll be in the back like kind of like head banging and shit. And normally this kind of person will come up to me at the end, and I'll be like, "Oh, did you enjoy it?" And they'll like give me a massive hug, and they'll be like, "Bro, it was just so real. Like it really emotionally impacted me." And I'll often be really surprised, and they'll look like they're crying nearly, and it's like, yeah. Particularly, I think there's the line in Jaffa, I'm like, domestic violence, just can't get away from it. And I'll always look, and there'll always be some people in the audience just be like, "Oh, what's cool about our songs is people really listen to like every word I say."
Yeah.
So like I watch like the reactions to the lines are great. Like particularly Siren, where I'm like, she looked like Madonna, and then I'm like before the plastic surgery, and the amount of people that just like laugh.
Yeah.
It's like it's so cool that they're really listening in. But yeah, I do have people come up to me and really, kind of tell their story, or just like. You can see that they've had a really emotional response. I've had some people, like crying. I've had some people who have said like they relate to it so heavily that they're like, that's my life. And it always feels a little bit weird because it's like, well, it's just my little baby song,
Yeah.
It's interesting, right? It's almost like you kind of become like it's like that cheesy way, like voice for the voiceless kind of thing. But people don't realize, because I've had that with bands I listen to. I go to concerts, and then you hear the lyric in a recording, and you watch it live, and you're just like, yeah, I might cry.
Yeah.
It's just like shit. But it's crazy how music can have that impact on us, and it like turn people who will never open up normally or talk about things. And then suddenly a song, they'll be like, and then it'll just come out.
And I think like with Capricore, because some people actually think we are a joke band who haven't like properly listened to us or seen us. Like they think we're just fully a joke band. But then it's kind of there's humor to it, but that's just to really open up, and then I can hit you with all the really emotional stuff.
Yeah.
I've always like taken inspiration from people like Taika Waititi and like how he makes his films, and how it'll be like like a film like Boy or something.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a comedy, and then it hits you so hard, like the emotional depth, and that's kind of Capricore. It's like, look at these guys on stage, especially like we're walking up on stage, we look pretty crazy, we're kind of silly at first, and then suddenly it'll just be like the emotional chorus, and then everyone, it's like, whoa. Because you kind of, with comedy, people open up a little bit more. They feel like it's okay to have a laugh, but then it's like...
It's the laugh, and then it's like, and then because now they feel safe,
they
and
feel
then
safe,
you can hit
and
them
then
with
I
something
can-
very real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so fascinating. Because that's happens with comedians as well. Like people really open up to comedians. One of the guys that I follow a little bit, Andrew Schultz, he had a bit where he was talking about how he couldn't get his wife pregnant or something, and the reason why was because of him. And then I won't tell the whole story, but basically it's just like his sperm doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then always guys came up to him afterwards and like bawling their eyes out.
Yeah.
Because they're
Seems
like,
like a really
I have the
personal
same
thing.
problem.
Yeah.
And it's just like comedian, right? And then just opens people up like that to talk about things they'd not normally talk about. So it's crazy how like art can do that with pen. I think maybe people forget. I think art. Oh, this is a good question for good musicians. Has art been commoditized too much?
I think in some areas it has been. I mean, obviously you get people who are like industry plants and stuff like that. I feel like that doesn't really happen in New Zealand because it's not really like a...
It's not so much just about... It could be with anything, right? But I suppose like all the streaming platforms,
Yes.
with even like with Netflix and all the film ones, and then
Just
I'm
art
just
in
just
general.
art in general. Doesn't it could be film, could be TV, could be even graphic design. Obviously, there's AI and stuff.
Yeah.
We've
There's
all beaten to death of
oversaturation
that.
going on. I just voice crack. My voice is still funny from last night. It was funny. Like, by the end of the night, I was like, Ugh. Anyways, going back to your question. Yeah, I think so. I think there's oversaturation. I think there is amazing art happening, but it's not necessarily in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And I think, stuff that, I don't know, there's very much instant gratification going on. So it has to like immediately catch your attention. And it's not even necessarily good, just if it's,
It just hooks you for
clickbait,
like it just
you know.
hooks you for like 5-10 seconds or something.
Yeah. And that's not to say that like that's everything. There's some really cool art coming out and music coming out, and some of it is greatly appreciated. But there's also just there's a lot of
I feel like AI is adding to that to
Yeah,
a huge
a lot of-
degree. Like even
yeah.
like there's like AI songs that are like
Yeah.
in popularity. And,
It's
like,
something
art
that we
obviously.
really, as humans, we really need to navigate this because it's very easy for it to get out of hand.
Yeah, I feel like it
But
already
then,
is.
but then I went to like some like business talk thing they were talking about because in like the business world, especially when it comes to like marketing, like content and things like that, like it really like screws it up because obviously people spend a lot of money on websites, design, things
Yeah.
like that, and then if you use AI, a lot of that just goes out the window. But then everyone's got the same slop. They call it AI slop, which I quite like. It's quite a good term for it.
That's kind of the word I was trying to say. There's a lot of slop. There's a lot of that. Like,
Have you guys seen Sora? Have you the AI video platform Sora 2? That's wild.
maybe heard of it.
You might
Yeah,
have seen some
actually.
AI videos
Yeah.
of like the Queen, and I don't know. There's some crazy videos of like WWE, but it's like the Queen versus like
Oh no,
Princess
I think I
Diana
have
or
seen. I think I was
something
watching
crazy.
some like Bigfoot ones
Oh,
that were
right.
made. Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, because some of those look crazy realistic
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and that's like the part now. It's like, are we going to be able to tell the difference?
Well, and it's scary with it when it's related to information and news, and then it's
Yeah.
like, and then we're slowly getting to the whole like history is bunk kind of thing because it's like you can't tell what's real or not, and that's why I kind of love books still sometimes. Like I love
Yes.
reading a good book.
Yeah, sometimes you need a good 200 pages to explain like what was a headline
Yeah.
or something,
And,
'Cause that's a big problem with news for a long time for me
Yes.
is like writing headlines for headline's sake, not really for like telling the story.
Mm.
That's been a problem in media for a long time, calling out all of most new NZ media because it's fucking terrible.
this kind of relates actually. This
yeah,
topic. So
the-
the thing that kind of happened with us, the Google.
Yeah.
So we made this jokey video where we were just kind of like yapping to each other, and we make a joke. We see these horses in the distance, and I say that they're like supplying us with ketamine, and we're just like, because it's horses,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, don't expose our dealers, and they're like, oh, yeah, our horse dealers. So it's just a stupid joke.
Of course.
Yeah.
We post it up, and then Google, when you look up Capricore, I'm not sure if this is still the case, but one of the first things that comes up, and it made a headline for this, and it was Capricore expose horse dealers, a sordid truth.
That's
Like,
wild.
It made up its own headline
Like
for
AI
it.
also like scanned it, like
yeah.
read the captions or
So
something.
we are exposing the horse dealers now. That's what Capricore's actually famous for. Like that was the first thing that came up before even like we were a band
Yeah.
for a little while.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Google, like Gemini's making his own headlines about
Yeah.
the band.
Yeah.
It's just about some random shit you said.
Yeah.
So strange.
It just inserts itself everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I wonder, I've talked about this on the podcast a few times, but I want to get you guys' opinion on it. Have you guys ever heard of the theory of the humanless internet?
Yeah. Basically, it's just like all bots and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Do you reckon we're heading there? What do you think?
I feel like it was kind of a tactic of filling up spaces so that they seemed more populated. I mean, obviously that's like the beginning of it. Yeah, I mean, even if you just Google like dogs and cats and like basic things now, it's majority AI images. Like it's kind of hard to find anything that is real and authentic. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's just like, you know, bots and like comments and stuff. Like all of them just
I mean, it's heaps
like,
of bot
fake.
comments, right? Bot
Yeah.
accounts and stuff. People who leave a lot of like crazy, wild, hateful stuff. It's just
Yeah.
bot accounts for the
Yeah.
most part. But I do wonder though, because we're
Like
getting to that point now where it's like getting so out of control.
It's like what
where,
percent is
where
real?
it's no one believes it, so then everyone leaves it. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. That's kind of cool. No one believes it, everyone leaves it. But that's a good lyric. Take it.
The next Capricore song.
Yeah, shout me out. But anyway, I'm just thinking, like, I do wonder. I just wonder, because I with, like, the even younger, like, Gen Alphas, I suppose, who are, like, teenagers, because a lot of them are now, I think they're quite against social media. Some of them are, I think.
Yeah.
They're either really, really in it.
It's either
or
really too in it
out
or
of
really out of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm seeing with lots of people, even like a lot of people our age. Even
Yeah.
it's so there might be a movement against it. I know in the art world there most certainly will
well,
be.
People leaving Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's like the Israel thing, isn't it?
yeah, well, that's also just like I think what was the big headline? He was like funding like military
yeah.
companies.
But there is
It's
the whole
like-
AI element to it too. And yeah, and the way that they're running things with AI music and
They're also just
it's
allowing AI
layers.
music.
There's layers to it of why people are boycotting. But that is an instance where it shows you like boycotts can simply happen and always have. But there also might just be more of a return to more live music, or even like physical media.
Well, that's what's happening now. Is a lot of I think even is it museums that were doing it? I can't remember what place was doing it in Europe, and they like force you to put your phone away as you go as you enter like the museum or some complex. It's like locked away, and I think even like some social gatherings. Again, can't remember what they were, but like they force you to put your phone away,
Yeah.
and I think that's going to happen more and more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like very interesting. I mean, it's good, but
Yeah.
it's just like weird how we have to. These
Enforce
are like
it.
these are so addicting that we have to
Yeah.
force interaction.
Yeah.
That was one cool thing about last night actually, is people were so into it. There were only like a few people I saw that were filming.
Yeah.
And like and a lot of people actually said, "Oh, I didn't really get to film anything
Yeah, they're, like,
because I was too
disappointed.
busy dancing or throwing
Yeah,
a
that's
balloon
great.
around." So that's really cool to see because I love. It's all about being in the moment and like experiencing.
Yeah.
You know, that's what life's all about.
Well, I think that's with music, right? Is like you see even like I think especially at like pop music shows, right? If you go like see what's that really big festival in the States called Coachella, and you see like some of the big artists
Yeah.
play, and it's just
So
an
wait.
ocean of phones,
Phones.
and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
are you gonna watch it?
No.
Is this just for the gram? Or like, what is
Yeah.
this for? You know, I always like taking a short video, being like, oh, I got to see this cool band. It was a lot of fun, and people are like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll check them out, or
Yeah,
you know,
quick, like, little videos,
I like a
fine.
good
But not
10,
like the
15.
entire-
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think we're seeing less of that now. I feel.
I
Oh,
feel-
do you feel like there's a lot of it still?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, you said like there's literally waves of phones being.
Yeah, but
used
do you
and,
reckon
like,
they're doing that for the whole like 1 hour and a
I feel
half,
like
And
holding
a
it
lot
up?
of people are.
Even
Still?
in
At, like
okay.
at big events, I
Mm,
feel.
big
Like,
events,
indie
big
events,
events.
nah.
Yeah.
They're just like taking like a
Yeah, it
picture
also
of
depends
it.
on the artist, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like those
Yeah.
who are really there to hear the music.
Because I'm talking about like pop, right? Top 10.
Yeah.
I'm not talking
Yeah.
about alternative.
No, it is
or
more pop.
underground. I
Like
think it's more pop,
When I
right?
saw Charlie XCX at Laneway, it was so many people
Phones.
with the phone.
Yeah. And they had it up there the whole time, like
Yeah,
for
some
45
people,
minutes,
yeah,
1 hour.
Yeah, it is.
getting strong arms.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lot of determination just to hold it because I can't be bothered doing that shit.
Yeah.
It's wild.
But it's like it's interesting because the quality on the phones are like these days not too bad. But again, it's like, are you gonna sit and watch that show again?
Yeah.
It's very odd. I've never really understood that because I don't want to watch a show on someone's phone for 45 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe like a minute. That's cool.
Like seeing a cool little clip or something. I'm like,
And it
sick.
might spark the memory, like if you just have the little clip.
Yeah.
But you don't want the whole thing. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't really get it because then because when I watch live performances, I want like the proper crew, like 4 camera guys, like audio taken from the desk.
Yes,
Yeah.
the audio is the worst
Yeah,
part of it.
audio's the worst.
But the camera quality can be pretty good, but the audio is always like fucked up.
Yeah, especially if it's a band.
Yeah.
It's just all bass.
It's just
like,
not designed. It's just like you can hear the shaking of like the actual like device.
Yeah, you get someone like screaming next to them or whatever.
Oh yeah, and if
it's like-
they're singing along to it or whatever, you can only hear that it's just really bad. I don't know why people do it.
Yeah, I don't really understand it either. But it's popular. I don't know. People they like to prove to other people. I don't know what it is.
Like a performance thing.
I'm not really sure. Or is it to like show off your new iPhone? Like, I don't know. Is that it?
People
as
just
well?
really enjoy sharing every single little thing that happens to them in their life. So something like a concert is a big exciting thing. So
Yeah, because people don't always go to concerts, so then it's like this big event.
I need to
right?
share that I've been here and I've done this and I've done that. I mean, there's a lot of people getting into even things like reading. Like they get into reading just to talk about the books
book.
online.
Yeah.
And I get it because for some people that might just be the main way that they're getting to talk to people about different things or show what they're doing. But it's really nice to do it in person as well. Just saying.
I think it's because
A little bit of both. I don't know, balance,
now we have the every single person is technically an influencer.
Correct.
Like, you
Yes.
could be no matter what. If you have a phone, you could be an influencer. That's like the baseline of what you need to do that. And if you have an Instagram, which basically everyone does, or any form of social media, you technically have a social media presence, and you kind of are commodifying yourself.
Everyone's a personal brand to a point.
Yeah. So you have this image that you need to uphold or show off to people.
Yeah.
And it's done that to every single person, and that's just
no,
Yes.
it's very true. I've been thinking about that a lot recently because for me, I started a business last year and I've been focusing a bit on the personal brand because you kind of have to. But obviously, I'm using it to try and create opportunities for myself and purposely leveraging it. But then I'm there's obviously people who will do that, and you guys are in a band, so you guys will be doing a version of that yourself as well, which is cool because I'm Aidan and I'm the singer of Capricore, and this is my band, doing all this cool stuff, and here's a bit about me on your Instagram or socials, right? But then you get people who it's just showcasing their life, and it's that's their personal brand, and it's their lifestyle is the brand that they're selling, which I get, but I don't know. I just feel like that kind of crosses the line of it.
It must be so
sometimes. It's
taxing
almost like the
for them.
Truman
I
Show.
get
and
if
shit,
you want to do that and you want to share your life with the world, but it's everyone has to do it on a micro level. Well, not has to, but a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
And it's expected of a lot of young people as well to do that and to
Well,
uphold that image. So it's
a lot of pressure on young people. As
and
well.
it forces you
that's
to
where my fear is.
Yes.
It's people get lost in their metrics and stuff
Yeah,
because obviously you guys are a band, so you have to think about those things sometimes.
Yeah.
And
All the time.
But
not
for the
too
band,
much.
you get to it's an artistic statement at least.
Yeah.
Even when we're being silly, the way we film things and the way we decide to do things, it's
Yeah.
okay, here's this expression of who we are in this way. So it still feels like
A form of
slightly
creation
different.
instead of
Yeah.
just a mass
And we like to
produce.
show a bit of our personality, I guess. But
No, of course. I guess I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it more if you're just a normal person trying
Yeah.
to showcase. I feel like I have to show my life
yeah.
in order to have friends or be
Yeah, and that's
accepted,
totally
which
it.
is really sad.
And it-
I find that kind of
kind
crappy.
of forces all of society to just really live in the ego right now. And that's all that a human is right now.
Yeah.
It's we are in the ego world. And
We're in the
that's where we're sitting right now, And it's I don't know, it is very much, I am this brand. This is the brand of me, and this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And there's no fluidity with things.
It's definitely constructed by the capitalistic consumerism thing where it's we are becoming a product and now
Yes.
we are selling ourselves.
The human is the product. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so bizarre how it's tricked our idea of identity to actually commodify ourselves. We got commodified, and
Yeah.
it's just such a normal aspect of life now that we're kind of just intuitively doing it ourselves. Just so disgusting to me.
It is really strange though. Like I remember like the first time I saw the whole idea with stories, which came from Snapchat. Snapchat was the first platform that released stories. I remember I'd see people, I'll never forget. I think Snapchat came out when I was like, I just finished school, and I remember people were posting on stories, and I'm like, "The fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
need to see that crap."
Yeah.
And then slowly but surely, it snuck into like every social platform, and everyone started doing like stories. And then when I was in a band, I think I was just stopped doing it around the time when it was like you got to be posting like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
You'd only post like your gig, your song, maybe something like a little vlog every now and again if you're in the studio. It was pretty
Yeah.
like minimal shit.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it was like, no, everybody wants to know everything about you. And it's like, whoa. And then it was like, yeah, everyone is now a content creator, a personal brand. And it's like now, like if you're a band, it's like even if you release songs, like I had a chat with the boys from Cry Wolf on here, and like they did a really good job of releasing their new band, but the amount of content they had to pump out is just like wild.
You are majority content creator.
Yeah, it's like you're a content
Yeah.
creator, then I've told this a lot,
Yeah.
but content creator, then musician.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why like we make ourselves have some fun with it. That's why we like make
Yes.
such oddball stuff, or like
Yeah.
even with the interviews, like there's so
That's,
much
I was gonna
humor.
say, I love the like random like,
interactive
street
again,
interviews of people.
It's like, because we had a little phase, our little TikTok phase for a little while, and it was kind of embarrassing, but we were just, it was like, that was what we were told to do by
Yep.
people, so we tried it out. Felt awful. It was literally soul draining. Not making TikToks, but trying to follow trends, and, you know, it was
Yeah.
like selling yourself, really.
Yep.
Now it's like every piece of content we do, it has to reflect what we are as a band and what we feel like doing, and we have to make it fun and enjoyable, or we're just not gonna do it. Like, and it'll feel wrong. Like, let's say, I think we had this video on TikTok and it got like thousands and thousands of views, and then I was like, well, it did nothing for us. It's just
Yeah.
like it
But that's
wasn't
the other
even
thing. What do those
reflecting
views
us.
mean, right?
Yeah, what
It's
does it
like,
mean?
Is that actually like good engagement? Is that the engagement you want? It's
Or they
like,
just like,
yeah, it's
And
like,
numbers, it doesn't have as much meaning anymore, especially with the oversaturation of everything. So
Yeah.
you got to be doing the art for the art, you know? And that's why, like,
I think that's another thing that's changing at the moment, though, is
Yes.
like people don't have much tolerance for like if it's just for views' sake.
yeah,
It's not
and
enough
it is cool
anymore.
that people are like picking up on this
I think
stuff
so.
at least.
I think so.
And I think that's something really cool about creativity, is it can help you put stuff out there, but without it being like, this is the brand that is me, and this is what I like, and this is what I don't like. Like, art forces you to go past that, almost like in a spiritual sense. Like, I don't want to sound too woo-woo right now, but,
but you're
you know
talking
what I
about, like, the
mean?
ego
No,
and
it's
stuff,
true.
and
Like,
you're
yeah.
kind of going beyond that.
Yeah, like it pushes you out of the ego and it becomes something else, and it's like you interacting with the world, absorbing it, and then like pushing it back out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think that's a really healthy way to like force yourself out of all that stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I make art.
Yeah. No, like I agree with that. I think it's really easy to get lost in it, and that's something even like with the podcast and stuff, and I'm putting up stuff, and I'm just kind of like, oh, another clip, another post, another clip, and I'm just like, what am I doing with all this? I have to reassess at the end of the year. It kind of happens. You get real busy and stuff. You guys are probably really busy. End of the year happens a lot. Everyone wants to get everything done before Christmas and stuff. And it's like, oh crap, and I'm like, oh man, I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I need to maybe like have a little look at how things are being done, because I've kind of done like a formula for a while and it's been fine, but I'm just sort of like, yeah, like needs a bit of like refresher, a bit more creativity, maybe have a look at it, you know. But I think when it comes to, again, the content game that we're all playing, which is weird. It's a weird game to play that we're all forced to play if you want to be in people's eyes, get eyes on what you're doing, right?
Do you see podcasting as a form of art?
No.
Like it's like a form of community like connection. And, like, making
Yeah,
things like
community
that.
and connection for sure, but art, ooh, well, the way I do it, not really.
Yeah.
I see my way as like, community. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people who do podcasts for art's sake. I don't really know maybe if it's showcasing art or doing something. Like I've done a couple.
I meant like as like a science, like a creation craft type thing.
Yeah.
That's
That's a good question. I like it. I don't think so. I don't know. Like, there's creativity. Like, obviously, there's creativity with doing this in a sense, but then it's I think the part of like the post production, you could say, kind of like that's kind of like, artistic with how you tell the story of the podcast.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I was kind of
and-
meaning, like
and-
storytelling.
and clip things together. So In a sense, it could be art. I guess in my brain, it's not. But I don't know. I've always looked at it as like a form of communication and a form of community and meeting people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it could be. It could be.
Well, then you have to say, what is art?
Yeah.
We're getting into the podcast.
There we go. I love it.
Classic podcast material.
Yeah.
What is art?
What is art?
That's what happens if you have us on your show, man.
No, I love it.
This is where it goes.
No, it's great. It's great. No, but that's true. It's a valid question. I guess I just haven't really viewed my podcast as like art as such. It's been a really good one thing I used to be really bad at when I was playing in bands and doing stuff myself was putting myself out there. I was really bad at it. So the podcast kind of has helped like meet people and chat more and put myself out there more. It's helped me in a lot of different ways, which I didn't quite expect, to be honest. Because I just started it kind of a bit of a joke for fun with a friend of mine who's not a part of it anymore. So that's why it was called The Only Scots. Now it's The Only Scott. It's just me.
Now it's only Scott.
Now it's
Only
only Scott.
Scott.
Yeah. Exactly. So I kind of I didn't really like think too much about it in the beginning. I was like, I have some fun with it. Let me see what it's like. I also wanted to see what it would be like putting things up on socials regularly. I was like, what if I put a bunch of like clips of like one podcast? Like, what's that gonna do? Is that gonna really? Am I gonna get out there? Is it gonna do nothing? It did nothing. But which is fine. But I was like, it's interesting. Like people, what people expect from you as like a podcaster. Like, it's crazy. Like I have like even like with the gear and the microphones, I'm just like, wow, like. The audio requirements, you know, it seems like for you guys as a band, right? Like, there's a lot like, oh wow, like for a band, if we're gonna be taken seriously, we gotta have the right gear, we gotta have the right things showcasing ourselves.
The music videos are quite
music
a lot of
videos,
that.
a big investment,
Especially with our videos, like we do like to have it at a certain level.
Like
right? But it's a certain level of professionalism, right? And it's like, but then that's how we get taken seriously.
Yes. It is a bit of both. And then now it's like, I think the best thing is then when it becomes that just for yourself to be like, you know what? I'm worth that. I want it to be this good, like for me to be happy. Yeah.
Wherever for someone else, it's like whatever. High expectations of yourself, good and bad, which is always the problem with the artist or entrepreneur, is everyone's got super high expectations in the voice now. It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's a battle that I think we all have to face. Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're actually done pretty good. I think we're nearing the end. All right, we'll do some quickfire questions, and then I think we'll wrap it up. First one is, what's your favorite record right now? That's out there.
Like ever or like? Or do you just mean what I'm listening to at the moment?
Let's go favorite album ever.
Ever. Oh, well, I've got it tattooed on me. It's Black Star, David Bowie.
Hey.
David Bowie was my biggest influence. That's why there's a lot of that theatricality going on with Capricore.
I actually haven't listened to that album, so
great
now
album.
I'm going to listen to it.
It's like very
This
dark.
is also me trying to find like recommendations.
It's like dark, modern, but very jazzy. Very jazzy. Yeah. It's pretty good.
What about you, Ollie?
I'm maybe the worst music person ever. I mean, honestly, I only have really cringe answers. I'm kind of tempted to just say something that no one's ever heard of, and therefore I can kind of get away with it.
Go.
Landmark by Hippocampus.
Okay. What kind of music is it?
It's very like, I listen to quite like chill, like, indie is such a broad label. But
Electronic, more rocky, more...
It's I don't know. I just listen to music that's like really relaxing, and you can tell the people making it really put effort and thought and were happy making it. Does that make sense?
Yes, they cared about it.
Yeah.
But it's also nice to like relax too, and like you can kind of have it on. Because sometimes if you have something too intense on, it's like you can like work to it, or if you got
it's just very cruisy. It's just like, and it's really poetic. Like all of their lyrics are quite out there and not like cerebral, but I mean, I kind of think they take themselves seriously and not seriously at the same time, which is really cool because they say like really ridiculous things that honestly I can't even understand. But then they kind of point it out at the same time, being like, yeah, I'm kind of just saying random things sometimes, but sometimes I really genuinely mean it, even if it doesn't make sense even to me. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. Like sometimes sometimes you connect with things and you're like, I don't know why, but this really speaks to me.
That's true. When you hear like someone say like a sentence and you're like, I don't get it, but Maybe I do get it.
Yes, exactly. Or
That
like
resonated.
art.
Why did that resonate?
You like see like a painting or something, and you're like, wow, it's really hits. I don't know why, but it just
That
speaks to
rarely
me.
happens for me, but when it does, it's really strange.
Yes.
And I look at a
Yeah.
piece
It
of
also
like
really
a
happens
painting,
to
and I'm
me.
like, oh, I feel a bit lost looking at this painting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. I'm not really like a very painting artistic kind
No,
of guy.
neither am I.
But
so when it
sometimes
happens, I'm like,
whoa.
maybe people are actually not just being silly when they're like, this painting really spoke to me. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
That's literally my response every time. It's like, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
sure. It's like, oh, it's just completely blue. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. But then it'll happen to me, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe
Maybe they're on
Maybe there was
something.
something- yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's like when you
mine's
talk about
something
music. Like for me, I just sometimes get super nerdy with it. I'll be like, oh man, the production and blah 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 this and blah 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 the lyrics and blah 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 the emotion. People are like, all right,
Yeah.
Scott, it's just kind of a cool song.
Yeah.
That's like most of my friend group.
Yeah. Super nerdy musicians.
So
just geeking
nerdy.
out.
And
Oh,
I'm quite
that-
like, yeah, man.
That's why Ollie's really refreshing.
There's like sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the sound and stuff.
Yeah.
I like vibing to it. No,
Yeah.
I feel music, but like in my body, not really in my mind. So it's kind of like more of a kind of sensation than like if get the right equipment, like the sound, if you like
Yeah.
do this, then it makes
Well,
like this
like,
tone.
like
Like,
start
it really-
analyzing it. Is
Yeah,
that
I'm-
what you do?
I do a lot of
but,
that now,
like
but I do have to feel it
analytical.
as well. I have to have both.
Yeah.
I find I feel it first, and then my analytical mind starts.
So
You're like,
I've
why do
become
I
the
feel
opposite
this?
now,
Start
which I
breaking it
wish I
down.
wasn't, but I'll hard out analyze first. And then if it can break through that and then make me feel as well, then I'm like,
Then
that's amazing.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes it's like real, like there'll be some like little part of like the instrumentation that catches me more because I talk about it with my girlfriend a lot. We'll be like, oh, I listen to like a song, and then like the lyrics, I'll be like, yeah, and then I'll hear like some quirky sample instrumentation, but I'm like, oh, the song's really great. And you're like, just for that? I'm like, just for that.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
I
no
like
one
that
does
as well.
that.
It's like- yeah.
I really like that, especially like in hip hop. I find with hip hop music, and they put in like a funky sample, and you're like,
Yep.
that shouldn't work, but
it does.
Did work really good here.
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's impressive. They put
And you're
thought
like,
into
why
it.
does it work?
Yeah, why
And
did it
then-
work? Yeah, that's when my brain starts going out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, cool, sweet. What is something you cannot eat before you go on stage?
Apples.
That's an answer I haven't
Apples?
heard. Apples.
It makes my stomach so upset.
Apples.
Yeah.
I just try and not eat too much like right before getting on stage because I'm just not going to digest it, and I've
Yeah.
got too much adrenaline running through my body, so I can't even eat most
This
of the
guy's
time.
naturally wired.
I'm naturally wired. Wink,
good
wink.
lyric. Yeah.
We do that. We reference our songs
Yeah,
all the time. It's so
Capricore's the most
obnoxious.
meta band.
It's inside jokes, but not really because they're.
Yeah.
We just reference ourselves,
Yeah.
and then Jarek like actually takes some of my lyrics as though they're gospel. Like
Yeah.
Jarek would be like, "Oh, but don't you remember? I've got problems. You've got problems." Like he will actually, he takes it next level.
Yeah.
But yeah, I constantly just say my own lyrics in conversation.
I love I hate the city, it's amazing because
Yeah.
I hate the city. It's amazing. Like it's genuinely like I'll be like especially when I'm driving in the city because it's so annoying to drive.
They've
through the
made
city.
Auckland cities almost undrivable.
Yeah, I
in
think,
town.
like they were like, yeah, guys, we're gonna make it so that public transport is like the way you're supposed to maneuver through town. But by
tell me
that,
about it.
we mean we're gonna make it impossible to drive
Yeah.
and not include the infrastructure to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
public transport actually good.
And let's raise the prices of all the parking
Yes,
even
yes,
more.
yes. Let's make it
Let's make it like,
insufferable.
yeah, let's make it terrible. And no one wants to walk there.
No.
No. Yeah, that's very
Yep.
true. All right, that's the 81. Who smells the best in the band?
Oh, I don't even know.
I don't think I've ever really
Maybe
smelled
it
anyone.
would be
I wanted to
Ollie. It would be Ollie or me.
Yeah,
Sorry, James or Jarek.
yeah. I feel like definitely not Jarek and
Yeah, we love you, Jarek.
love you, Jarek.
No, he loves to be the stinky guy though.
Yeah, I think he does it deliberately.
He does it deliberately. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
quite. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll end it there.
That's it. Okay, a couple more. What's been the biggest milestone for the band so far? Something you've like accomplished and you've been like, wow, that was a hefty goal we reached.
It's it's constant. I feel like because you're always getting
You're always
better
leveling
and
up.
better. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. New Plymouth was a magical
gonna
show
say,
show for us. Like
Going outside. was
going
probably
outside of
going
Auckland,
outside.
and like we didn't know if anyone liked us there, and we had this like super fan who was like streaming all of our music.
Yeah, they like knew us.
Yeah,
from
knew
just, like,
us just from Spotify or
And
like
it was
algorithms.
Oh my God, you guys are real. Like so
It's
excited
not
about
AI
it.
then. Like,
Yeah, they're not AI. Wow.
And then it's like an actual like genuine like fan who was just like outside of it.
And then we
all
made
the
so
time,
many new fans in that one night. We just
Yeah.
completely pulled in the audience. And like for ages, they were still like posting about us like weeks later, being like, have you heard of this band? And I was seeing all these like threads come up, or even I saw like in TikTok comments, there were like, because there were a lot of like local kids and stuff in the high schools, and they were like, oh, I missed that Capricore show. Like, I need to see them next time. So that was like huge in the way that it was a really impactful show. And that's really cool to just have one show and it makes such an impact.
That's cool.
So I think that might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why we want to like go out and do other
Yeah.
things outside of Auckland, because it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, these people are like
People are hungry for it.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in like smaller towns and
Yes.
stuff.
And because we're like very, we're a lot, very
Yeah.
exciting.
Like,
Like, they're like, what is
whoa.
this?
Yeah. No, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. I'll give one more. What have I got? I got to reach out of the ether. Okay.
Mind Palace.
Okay. If you had to go to space,
This is a good
and
question for us.
oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's a good one, right? If you had to go to space, and you can only choose one album to bring. Oh, I've already done that one.
You've already done the
I've already
albums.
done that.
You've already
Damn
done
it,
the
I was
albums.
trying to. I know. I was like, it's like the Desert Island one, but it's space. All right. If you had to go to space with the band, okay, which planet would you guys play a live show on?
I mean, they're all inhospitable.
Yeah, like, I don't want to analyze this too.
Because we can't really land there. If we would do like a satellite show,
Satellite show.
Okay.
because then you can just like broadcast it basically everywhere. And imagine aliens hearing that. You know what I mean? Like imagine just like aliens picking up a signal and it just be like Smile.
I don't want to be put in a box in our like in our solar system. Like, let's get out of there.
Then we
Let's.
can perform on Mars and Venus.
Yeah, Mars and Venus actually. Yeah, we'll play on Mars and Venus.
I think those are like not complete.
Actually, one of the more hospitable.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Because
Mars
like Jupiter,
facility.
like no
Yeah,
way,
exactly.
no
I'm
way.
I'm gonna play in the
no
eye
way.
of Jupiter. That's
We'll
where I
on
want
the
to
moon of
play.
Saturn.
Yeah.
The moon of Saturn. I think
Yeah.
you could get away with that.
Yeah, probably.
All right, that'd be sick. Has anybody played on the moon? Has a band actually played on the
Nah,
moon?
there was an astronaut that played in a ship, and he did a cover of Space Oddity, floating around like playing
Yeah.
a guitar.
Great.
That happened, but I don't think anyone's played on the moon.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Hey, that's
Oh,
the
that would-
milestone. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Tiny band.
We
goes
will
Tiny
get.
to-
Yeah. Auckland
I mean,
band
honestly, it would make us explode.
goes to the
Guys,
moon.
Let's just have. How expensive is it to go to the moon? I don't think it's in our budget.
Yeah, I don't think it's in our budget.
Well, NZ on
Save
air.
up from the gigs. Yeah, fund us, NZ on air. Send us to the moon.
Yeah.
Capricore to the moon.
I mean, New Zealand is one of the biggest like space thingies.
Space thingy.
You know.
Space loving countries.
Space well, like we're one of the biggest like companies that puts like satellites into the
Yeah.
stuff.
That is true. Rocket Lab and that, right?
Yes,
So
Right.
get us to the moon, guys.
Yeah.
We will not disappoint.
No,
Yeah.
no. Sponsored by Rocket Lab.
Getting back from the moon might be a bit harder.
We'll just live there.
We just live on the moon.
We'll just keep
Capricorn-
recording albums on the moon.
Yeah. You could. I don't know how much fun it would be, but hey, no
would
one
be-
else would have done that. Recording an
Yeah.
album at the moon? Far out. Yeah. All right, guys, that was good. Any final words before we head off?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah.
I was gonna say it's siren time.
Siren time.
That's how we always end our shows, you know.
Yeah, we always end with sirens, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll leave it on that one. Just a bunch of Jeffers. All right. we'll sign out there. Thank you guys for coming on.
No problem.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you everyone for listening. Bye.